You're muted, Tracy.
Hayden is there.
So just to confirm, Ann's not joining today.
Okay.
And
So I can take it over if you want me to.
that'd be terrific if you would.
Okay. So everybody's here. I'll call the meeting to order at 3:02, and looks like we have everybody present except for Ann, and we have Tom from the PUC also here, and Shane, Mike, Tracy, and Patrick. That's the roll call, and Craig. So the first thing is to approve the consent agenda. And the minutes. So do we have a motion to approve that?
Yes,
All right.
motion to approve the consent agenda and everything. Sorry.
Okay. I gotta fix my,
Tracy, can you move your microphone down?
I got it.
No, it's above your head.
So flip it down from the.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
We got you now.
I know it's on my head for once.
Okay, I guess I'll second that motion then. So the consent agenda is approved. The next item on the agenda is the wastewater update from Tom, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I just saw my little note threw in there. The project's starting. You can see all the stuff coming into town. You know, they've changed the agenda on me, so that kind of caused a lot of turmoil trying to get the temporary water going or ready for all these other businesses. But the last time I talked to them, they're going to start tomorrow, probably doing milling and ripping. So I'm sure, and probably closing the street, I think, from Wisconsin to Broadway. So I think that detour starts. And so I said, if you walk all those intersections and see all that white paint, that's their, it says cut, that's where they're cutting blacktop and ripping sidewalk off. So it looks pretty massive. It's going to be a hassle for a while. It's going to be quite a bit of destruction. So then they both told me they were going to start at First Avenue West at the Bucks, hardware store intersection. So that one, it looks like we're pretty set to go. We don't know exactly where some of the utilities for the water services lay in the ground, especially for that Dietrich building. But we do have a plan if we have to get them temporary water. We're going to take it from the library, and we could run it over from a library spigot over to their building to feed them water during that phase. Hopefully their service is north of the new valve that they're supposed to put in, that nobody there would need temporary water. We just have to shut the lines down momentarily while they put in a new valve. Then we regenerate the line, then they can build the line in between the intersection, and hopefully that's all that one is. From there, they're supposed to move to 2nd Avenue West, and it's the same kind of deal. We're pretty sure we're going to have to shut the Dairy Queen and the information center off, so we already got some piping work laid into the ground where we could use temporary water so they can still drive through that alley, which is another thing about doing that right now. That alley needs to be kept open. That project we talked about earlier, so people can get through that alley during downtown, like trucks and delivery trucks especially. So then after that, they're going to move out and do the water line by the North House Angry Trout section. We had a company come up and we laid a bunch of pipe in the ground, buried it about a foot all through the beach gravel. We got that like 99% ready to go. We just got to turn some valves and maybe tweak somebody's valve in their building to take parts off so we can get temporary water for them. I don't think that's going to be right away unless they get more crews in here. And that one, we haven't got the bill. That's our bill because it's outside the MnDOT right away. It can't be in their contract. So they threw that on top of us. I mean, I knew we were going to have to do it for since the contract came out, but I thought our
Probably
engineer
better
was.
this way.
What's that?
We would have had to pay for it even if it wasn't the MnDOT contract.
Right. Yeah.
Probably better that we just arrange it ourselves.
Yeah. And hopefully, as far as I'm concerned, the water and sewer go smooth. We get people keeping water and they get stuff through, and we can address your issue too, along as at the PUC meeting, Craig. Well, that change order at Broadway Broadway. My best take on the change order for the quality or the kind of pipe was dictated more by that company that did the soil testing. They said that, and I think it goes back to a MnDOT rule. I think, it's not even like our engineer. It's like I think my assumption is MnDOT says we can't have C900 pipe underneath their road if there's contaminated soil. Well, they didn't know all that contaminated soil was there. Most of that soil actually was contaminated from the leak that happened just like a year before at the Johnson's grocery store. So you're muted.
You're muted, Craig.
Yeah. No, all I remember about that meeting was, and I should go back and review it, the gentleman from the DOT was talking about that when we were approving the change orders, and he said a sentence in there that kind of made me think. He said something about, I don't know why there's a change order here because this was spec'd on the drawings correctly. So he had said something to that effect. I would have to review the meeting. That's why I brought it up. That's the only reason why I brought it up. So if we're moving on to another area that has contaminated soil, maybe we, should take a look at what is spec'd for going down under the highway to make sure it's correct. Right now, hopefully it is. It should be, obviously, because they're digging up a contaminated site.
I'll talk to the engineer when he comes up, and I'll talk to the inspector and see what they say. And
I'm going to
get
review
back
that
to
meeting.
you or Mike and let know what they have to say about it.
Okay, thanks.
I just sent him an email.
Great. And that's it for the highway, unless anybody else has any water and sewer questions about Highway 61 project.
Nope.
Okay. And then the other day, we had a 22-year-old pump that went down up on the top of the hill. We called the Colossal lift station. Just had to order a new one with cost of everything. A little bit of delay. Haven't heard exactly when it's coming. And it's about $9,000. But for a 20-some-year-old pump, it's one of the larger lift stations, a major station. It's just part of our daily process. And another thing we need to work on, and none of you probably know what this is, the MPCA, we have what's called a significant industrial user permit with G&G Septic. It's agreement kind of like our wastewater permit between the Grand Marais and the PCA. It's between G&G and Grand Marais. And so he has a specific permit that allows him to discharge his waste through his machine that he does up in the BDA that he picks up in the county. Well, it's just like our permit, they want it reviewed every so often. It's been like 10 years. They say you should review it every 5. So they've been bugging me to just look at it, review it, and re-sign it and resubmit it. So that'll be something that we'll have to start looking at too. If you got any questions on that now, we can talk about it now or wait till we get to that point.
So is that just truly reviewing a contract, or is it actually reviewing how it all works and
don't know if I said that very well.
Well, you review the permit, which is like a contract, and ours was initially written up by our city attorney, so it's got a lot of stuff in it. And if there's issues with the current permit that you want changed or looked into or modified, yes, that can be done.
I just want to know, is it just the contract they want people to look at, or they're actually saying you need to go out and look at what G&G does?
No, you don't have to go look at what he does.
Okay.
You're just
Okay.
looking at the legal document if it fits the needs of the
just-
city.
Sure. So it's just the contract.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
And this is just a routine review that the MPCA is asking for. There wasn't anything that happened that made them ask for it.
Right. Okay.
Permits renewed every 5 years. You're supposed to. We have to submit a bunch of stuff. We can just look at it and, if you want to change rates or whatever, this is a good time to go through that and rate schedules for them and stuff down the line.
So it'd be just a matter of getting it on one of our agendas.
Yep.
Reading through it. Okay.
They'll have to get it together and put it in the packet so you can see what we have, and so.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Okay. Thanks, Tom.
Yep.
I'm sure you'll have more things to talk about next month.
I try not to talk.
We'll be talking to you then. How about that?
There you go. Perfect. All right.
All right. So the next item on the agenda, E, is, am I pronouncing this correctly? Bovitz? Bovitz Memorial Scholarship Essay Contest.
Yes.
And we have, is Patrick, are you leading the charge on that one?
Well, I can. I sent
Okay.
out the essays, and we just need to, between the two of you, get them ranked with first, second, and third place. So, do you guys have them ranked already?
I read them. They're very good. The three of them, I think. So I mean, we have some pretty talented writers
Yeah.
in town. So I mean, it's going to be hard to say, okay, who's 1, 2, and 3.
Well, that's what we got to do now.
Yeah, I know.
So, Tracy, do you have a ranking?
No, and you asked me specifically to do that, and I told you when I would do it, and I realized last week I did not do it.
So, we have to.
We'll do it right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
You labeled them A, B, and C. So we don't know names or anything like that, which is
Right.
which is good. So, I don't know. We just gotta throw it out there. What do you think, Trace? I'll throw something out there. You can bounce it off me. We can change our minds. I'm just throwing something out there. I just trying to see. I'm trying to remember the third one here. I think the one you have labeled A, I would give that a pretty high ranking.
Okay.
And then I would probably go to C as 2 and D as 3. I mean, they're all very good, so I just kind of hard to. That's kind of how I would do it. Tracy, you can throw an idea out there if you want.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna have to because I'm gonna make it.
Okay.
So we can.
Okay.
Should we read these or no?
No. Is there another agenda item we could move on to while I do
No.
that? What?
This is the last one.
This is the last agenda item?
Yeah, before we adjourn.
Oh,
Unless you got something you want to add to the agenda.
no. I don't. I'd have to make it up. All right.
And it's interesting because, let's see, what was it? Where did I read that? Yeah. So these 3 scholarships, the winners locally receive $500, $300, or $200 respectively. And the first place winner gets submitted to a statewide competition for a chance to win $2,000, $1,500, $1,000, or $500. So it's kind of a interesting thing that they have going, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've had a local winner who's been passed on and has placed in state as well and won a chunk of that money.
Oh, okay. So we've had a local one move ahead and actually win in the state.
Yeah, I can't remember if she won or if she took second, but still,
Okay.
either one a pretty nice.
Yeah, either way, they pay
Full price.
1, 2, 3. There's 4 possibilities. There's 1 through 4th place at state level. Yeah, I mean, I think each person did a great job here. So I don't know.
I'll give you a couple updates that are completely ignorable, Tracy, while you're reading.
Okay.
At your next meeting, we're going to have the electric guys here, and we're going to be talking about some upcoming projects. We, for a few years, have been working on burying some of our outlying power lines and also burying some of our power lines related to the highway construction project. So there's a few more underground projects that we'll be showing you and asking for permission for next month. And then our electric vehicle charging station, we have started the process of installing it here in the City Hall parking lot. We ran into some property line issues we needed to straighten out, and we also were just coordinating between staff on where it's going to finally end up so that it's not in the way of people's other maintenance obligations. So hopefully by the next meeting, that'll all be up and running, and you'll have your opportunity to bring your electrical vehicle down here. I know you all have an EV in your garage, so actually I'm not sure I know anybody who's got just an electric vehicle right now, but we did a quick poll in town, and I believe one of our staff people said I drove past 3 Teslas on my way from here to the last meeting. So we're expecting brisk business. At our department head meeting this morning, we also talked about the fact that we've been selling charging service at the rec park for a number of years now, and they're actually a pretty popular spot for folks that have electric vehicles, well-known and popular spot. So that's where we think we're going to go with our next charging station, is to just put it down on the rec park rather than continuing to use our 50 amp plugs for RVs for electric vehicle charging, because we like to sell those to RVs instead in the summertime. So lots of fun things going on around here. And that's about as much as I can make up.
I got something to say by a little bit more time. When you talk about Tesla, the EV charging station we're putting in at the City Hall, can that be used for Tesla? Doesn't Tesla require their own?
No, other vehicles can't use Tesla's chargers, but Tesla can use other
Okay.
generic stations.
Okay, that's good to know. I think the Lutheran Resort has a Tesla.
Yeah, I thought
Charger on the
Tesla likes to
backside?
control their charging stations for their vehicles. That's kind of what how I understand it.
But they're the more flexible one, huh? They just don't let other people tap into theirs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. You go first, Craig.
I already did.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't hear what you finally decided.
Well,
So Craig put A
there's-
in first place. Oh,
there's
A
A,
was
B, and
first?
C. Yep, I put A as first, B as third, and C as second. That's how I did it. But we can throw it out there. We can change things around. I mean, I think that the content, they did a good job. All 3 of these kids did. So
Okay, so what did you say B was?
third,
Okay, and what did you say C was?
second.
Oh boy.
But those are. I mean, I can flip flop. You just gotta put a little pressure on me.
How do I figure this one out, for heaven's sakes? Okay, so we had C pretty close together. How's that?
Okay.
And then we were closer to, the only one we were opposite on was A.
Okay.
So
Did you think?
So let's do this and then we'll get closer. C, A, B. How's that?
Okay. Yeah, we did. That's fine. Yeah, I mean,
I wiggled a little. I kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so all we did was just change, yeah.
It's
1
okay.
to 2 and 2 to 1.
All right. Because I was completely different. But I found
just
the ones that were close, so we'll do that.
Okay, so you're saying the one labeled A would be 2.
Yeah, we'll hit the difference on that one completely.
Okay, then B would be 3, and C would be 1.
Because we were ranked, we had those two closer up and the other one closer down. So we'll do it that way.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, that's fine. It's
Okay. Unless you have whatever.
no.
Okay, we're good.
Yep.
So, as you said C is 1, B is 3, and A is 2.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. So we'll start off with number 3, and that's Sylvia Burka, 3rd place. And then we'll go to number 2, and that is Abigail Stoddard. And then number 3 is, I believe it's, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but I believe it's Louisa Ramberg. Or number, in first place is Louisa Ramberg.
It's Louise.
Louise Ramberg. So first place, Louise Ramberg. Second place, Abigail Stoddard. And third place, Sylvia Burka.
Okay.
Congratulations, everybody. Thanks for your scoring. We'll
Thanks
do it
for the
again next
effort.
year.
Yeah. I mean,
And
that's a
thank the
lot.
kids for submitting these.
They all, Craig's right. They are all very well written.
Yeah.
They're a huge.
Okay.
As my dad would say, they all get a medal as big as a wash tub.
All right. So, any other information anybody needs to talk about? No. And then with that, I guess we'll just need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion that our meeting come to an end for
Okay.
today.
I will second that.